Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name's Anorak, you can call me Zed, and today, we're going to be talking about something I think has been a long time coming. And that is TF2. Or more specifically, the TF2 Bot Crisis. On screen right now are some recordings I took today from just trying to play some casual TF2. All of these were back-to-back, and in all of them, literally every game I played this day, there was at least one bot. And this has been going on for about 4 years now at this point. So pretty much ever since I started playing TF2, there were bots, but it definitely got worse around the time of the pandemic. And it started off with just a handful of bots that, were definitely troublesome, but tended to get kicked fairly quickly. And then when it got worse, we started the whole Save TF2 campaign. And I will admit, when it was first happening, I didn't really participate in it. I was fresh on the TF2 scene, didn't really know much of what was going on, didn't have any swag, so I just sat back and did nothing. And Valve looked like they took everyone into account and were, actually going to fix something. But they didn't. Yes, immediately following it, bots did drop off quite a bit, but they came back in full force and even more. Now you can hardly play casual for 5 minutes without coming across a bot, and if you're unlucky, you could get kicked from every game you play. Because the bots are getting better too. They can instantly headshot you, which is already really frustrating. But they can also kick you, and avoid kicking other bots. And they'll start spamming in chat Discord links for their Discord server, so you can get bot immunity, which almost certainly won't actually work, and will just be giving the bot makers money. They'll also be using the voice call, meaning they are using paid TF2 accounts, meaning that it is very likely that Valve is making money off of these bots. And if you've been around on the TF2 YouTube sphere for a while, you should have started to see videos come out this past week or so about wanting to restart a similar campaign to Save TF2, except this time it will be Fix TF2. And this is pretty much my short video about it. I know I don't hold a lot of sway, so if what I make here gets ignored, that's completely fine by me, as long as I'm contributing my voice to this. Valve needs to stop not only ignoring its players, but actively harming us as well. Because by ignoring these bots, they're allowing people to just roam free and do whatever they want. These bots have spread not only through TF2, but also other Source games. I want to say I've heard about them being in Counter-Strike, but I'm not so sure about that because that's not a game I play. But what I do know is that I've heard from multiple people that these bots and the bot hosters are doxing people and running DDoS attacks on both servers and people's websites. And I know one of the types of bots uses AI-generated voices of people who will speak out against bots in order to give those people a bad name and a bad rep. In fact, while just playing today, I found multiple accounts that would have the Fix TF2 tag in their name solely to slander us more. This is something that cannot continue. Valve is actively allowing these players to cause harm and break laws. And I'm not the most knowledgeable on this subject. I know what is my experience and my experience only. But I have seen a handful of good videos talking about it, such as the video by The What Show, which was very informative to me, and was what first brought to me, the idea of the Fix TF2 campaign. And there is a website right now, I want to say it's save.tf, which is essentially just another online petition. Except, for this one, every signature is going to be printed out and mailed directly to Valve to let them know just how many people are upset with them. And I've tried signing up multiple times, but they are experiencing issues because of how many people are signing up. People are genuinely so upset with Valve, so angry, justifiably, that multiple email service providers have thought this was a scam going around, or an attack on their servers, because of how many people simply want to get their voices in. And I like I said before, I don't have too much to say, but I'm going to speak about my own experiences now. You know, I've been playing TF2 for a while, not the most, dedicated player or anything, but somewhere between 3-4 years or so, I've been playing some TF2 every so often. And ever since I started, the bots have been around. But at the very beginning, when I was first playing, they were very uncommon. I'd see maybe one of them every 10 rounds. But if you look at just, like, my past 2, 3, hell, even my, past 12 TF2 videos, you'll see just how many casual rounds I end up having bots in. This isn't something rare or a small minority of people complaining about it. This is a massive issue. And, I could try and ignore these bots, but when I'm getting kicked out of every game I play because bots overrun players 3-1, I don't think it's very fair. And for anyone who's trying to say, oh, just play the community servers, I've tried. And don't get me wrong, some of them are great. I really enjoy some of them. But they aren't the experience I'm wanting out of the game. I am wanting to just be able to queue up into a casual match, go up against random people I've never met before and will never meet again, and just have fun. And these bots are stripping that from us. And more than that, they are also attacking the people who try and call them out. Like I said before, some bots are using AI voices of people who call them out to slander them, and will spam that person's Discord in order to get people to their Discord and start attacking them because they think they're the ones creating the bots. This is something that cannot continue. Now, luckily for me, I always have everyone else's voice muted. That way I don't have to hear whatever these bots are saying. But I have heard clips from other people, and these bots are saying vile, vile things. I am glad I have never heard them, but that is because I purposefully turned it off just in case, because I know what it's like to play online. This is something that cannot continue. If Valve actually wants their players to care, if Valve actually wants people to continue playing their games and buying their products, they need to fix their game. So, when the bots first started, I thought really nothing of it. I thought, oh great, just a handful of people trying to make the game unfun for everyone. Whatever. We can ignore them. And I could ignore them for a bit. And then I couldn't. And then the Save TF2 movement happened. And then I could go back to ignoring the bots because now they were suddenly far less common. And then I couldn't ignore them. And then the second wave of Save TF2 came about, except this time, although some people wanted it to be fixed, most people had given up. They had seen that the first time had done nothing. But when do you ever stop after complaining once? If you say something is bad and it doesn't get fixed, you don't sit down and just accept the way things are. No, you keep pushing. You keep saying, this is wrong and this needs to be fixed, and that is what we are doing. We need, as a community, to come forward and tell Valve we will not sit back and accept this anymore. It should be relatively easy to fix the exploits that allow these bots to continue. I have seen multiple people who are really well knowledgeable about code, about source, about Valve itself, about TF2, and they are all saying it should only take, at most, 2 or 3 weeks. That is less than a month. We have been pushing for this for years. And Valve isn't listening, so we'll make them. We stop paying for crates on TF2, we stop buying keys, we stop buying anything. Hell, we could even take a step further, stop buying games on Steam altogether for a while. If they aren't going to listen, we will make them listen. We will continue to spread our voice about this. And don't get me wrong, there are some other things in TF2 I would like too. I would like more updates, yes, but that is not the point of this. The point of this is to get the bot problem fixed. This has gone on far too long for anyone. I love TF2. It's a very fun game. Even if I don't talk to many people online, even if I don't actively participate in communities all that much, it is still a game I really enjoy, and I've had lovely conversations with people. Just today, when I was doing my little games to try and see how many bots I'll encounter, one server, I loaded on and it was just me at first, and then 2 bots immediately joined. And by the time the next person had got on, there were about 6 or 7 bots on each team. The next real person to join had only me there. And, you know, couldn't really do much, so used a taunt to make the little table. And we sat there staring at each other. The last 2 people on this server. Later, I had a game where, you know, it started off very bot heavy. Something happened and a lot of the bots disconnected. And it ended up being blue team completely human, and red team bots with only 1 real person there. And, you know, people were having fun. They were joking. It's just like man versus machine, but in casual. Except then the bots started kicking people, and more bots started joining, and by the end, I was one of 2 or 3 people left on that server before I got kicked. This can't keep continuing. These bots are pushing people away from TF2, trying to literally kill the game. The number of bots I saw today that were spamming kill TF2. This is insane. We have to push back. We have to keep fighting, or else they are genuinely going to drive one of our favorite games into the ground for the sole sake of amusement. Because that's what they're getting out of this. They're getting amusement and maybe a handful of people's money if they fall for the bot immunity scam. That's it. No other incentive. They just hate the fact that people are enjoying themselves. And Valve seems to agree with them. They aren't doing anything about this. They're getting funded by this bot campaign. We need a way to fix this. So, in the both comments and description, actually, I will be linking the save.tf website. I will be linking the What Show's video, since that's how I first found out about the movement. I will be saving and sharing a Google Doc on the What Show's channel about the bot problem. Because when I go and look at this, it's well formatted, talks about all of the issues we've been experiencing for years, explains everything in great detail, and lets you know exactly what the problem is, and what we can do to help change it. And even if no one sees this video, even if I am speaking directly into a void, at least I am doing something. At least I am putting my voice out there so it can be heard, so this can be changed in the future, so something will happen. All I ask is that anyone who does view this decide to do that too. Try and put your voice out there. Even if it's completely ignored by everyone else, you're still contributing. And if 10,000 people or so put something out there about this issue, even if half of them never get seen, people can still look at the tag and see 10,000 uploads and see, oh, this is a massive problem, something that needs to change. Even if your individual voice doesn't get seen or heard, our voices together are stronger than anything any one of us could do. So stand together, put our voices out, and fix TF2. That's all. Now, off of the Fix TF2 topic, I'm just going to briefly discuss video going forward, like my channel going forward. So if you aren't here for that, if you're here for the Save TF2 movement, or Fix TF2 movement, or both of them, then I'd recommend just go ahead, start talking about it now, while I move on to other things. Now, because this is a TF2 video, we aren't going to be having one next week, even though we are going to go back to normal programming from here on out. However, to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of our Wobble Dogs series, we'll be having a new Wobble Dogs episode. Just one. And, yeah, that's really all I have to say. Either way, thank you for listening, spread your voices, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!